Good day, everyone. Today, we will discuss a concept that is essential in comparing different types of data, particularly in statistics. So, you may have heard the saying, you can compare apples and oranges, but with standard scores, this comparison becomes possible. So, imagine a situation where a student scores 90 on a music test and another scores 45 on an English exam. So, that is two different subjects. So, the level of difficulty on the two subjects is different. So, at first glance, it's impossible to directly compare these scores because they come from different subjects and have different scales. So, ang ila level of difficulty lain-lain. So, but with the use of our statistics, a fair comparison can be made using concept called the standard scores or our z-score. So we can compare even they are different types of data. So we can compare them fairly using our standard scores or ginatawag siya nga z-score. So we say a standard score or z-score, it tells how many standard deviation a data value is above or below the mean for a specific distribution of values. If a standard score is 0, then the data value is the same as the mean. So last time, we already discussed standard deviation and the mean. When we say standard deviation, the spread of our distribution, and when we say mean, that is the average of our entire data set. So in finding for our z-score, so we will just subtract our score minus the mean over the standard deviation. So for sample, so this is the formula, and for the population, this is our formula. So there is no difference between the sample and population. So nagavary lang sila sa ginagamit naton nga symbol for mean and standard deviation. So the z-score represents the number of standard deviation that a data value falls above or below the mean. So example, a student scored 65 on a calculus test that had a mean of 50 and a standard deviation of 10. And she scored 30 on a history test with a mean of 25 and a standard deviation of 5. So we cannot say that our student have a good performance on calculus compared to history test by just using our raw score, which is 65 and 30. So we will compare these two subjects using our z-scores. So we will just substitute for our x, so that is our score. So we will first find the z-score for calculus. So the score for calculus, that is 65, that is our x, minus our mean, that is 50, divided by our standard deviation, which is 10. So 65 minus 50, that is 15, divided by 10, that is 1.5. So this is our z-score or our standard score for our calculus subject. So for our history subject, so the score or the raw score is 30 minus the mean, which is 25, and the standard deviation, which is 5. So 30 minus 25, that is 5, divided by 5, that is 1. So since the z-score for calculus is larger, her relative position in calculus class is higher than her relative position in the history class. So, mas dako or mas higher ang position sa aton calculus than the history class using our mean and standard deviation. So, if our z-score is positive, the score is above the mean. So it means taas ang aton mga row score compare sa mean nga ginhatag niya or sa entire naton nga data set. If the z-score is 0, it means ang aton nga score or aton row score is the same as sa aton nga mean. And when the score is negative, so the score is below the mean or below the average of our entire data set. So let's have another example. So example, we have test A and test B. So we will compare these two tests using our z-score. For our test A, so our score is 38. And for our test B, our score is 94. So for our test A, we have mean of 40. So ginkwaan ang sang mean ang tanan-tanan nga score sa test A. That is 40 and the standard deviation is 5. For test B, the mean is 100 and the standard deviation is 10. So, ang mean natin ka standard deviation is already given. So, we will just substitute. So, for test A, our raw score that is 38 minus the mean which is, 40. So, that is 38 minus 40, that is negative 2 divided by 5 which is our standard deviation. That is negative 0.4. And for our test B, we have 94 minus our mean which is 100. So that is negative 6 divided by 10. That is negative 0.6. So if we compare these two tests, so the score for test A is relatively higher than the score for test B because higher ang iya nga z-score. So that's the use of our z-score. We cannot conclude that test B is relatively higher than test A by using our row score. But using our z-score, we can compare these two tests and we can say that the score in test A is relatively higher than the score for test B. So note that if we have negative value, so the smaller ang iya nga value, so the bigger ang iya nga the smaller ang iya gali nga number, mas bigger ang iya nga value. That is why mas higher ang score sang test A than test B. So next, so how we interpret our z-score? So as I have said that if our z-score is less than 0, so mga negative ang aton answer, it means less than ang ilang score sa given mean. So as you have noticed here, so our z-score here is negative. So, ang aton nga score is 38 which is lower than sa iya nga mean. Parehas man sa test B. So, lower ang iya nga score than sa iya nga mean nga 100. So, ang ilang nga z-score is negative or less than 0. So, kung greater than 0 or positive ang aton nga mga answer, so it means our score or our element is greater than the mean. And when our z-score is equal to 0, so it represents that an element is equal to our mean. So example, our mean is 40 and the score is also 40. So our z-score is 0. And then a z-score equal to 1 represent an element which is 1 standard deviation greater than the mean. A z-score equal to 2 signifies 2 standard deviations greater than the mean. So, example, 1 ang iyang standard deviation, ang iyang z-score, it means 1 standard deviation higher siya sa mean. Kung 2 naman, higher siya sa 2, so ga-signify siya 2 standard deviation greater than the mean. So, kung negative 1, it means 1 standard deviation less than the mean. And then, z-score equals to negative 2, 2 standard deviation less than or mas nubo siya sa aton nga mean. So that is how we interpret our z-score.